Kriegers Ahnung from Schubert's Ahnung, and it's about a soldier who's sitting by the campfire after a day of battle, and at first he's there and he's present, and then he moves towards picturing what his home, his life, his love was, and then he gets back into the harsh reality, and he kind of settles into this gloomy state of knowing that he's not going to come back home.
17 years old. When I was 17 years old, I was accompanying my high school show choir on the piano, and definitely had no idea about songs like this. So this is really tremendous work. I have a few things to say first, and then I'm going to throw you to the Viennese wolf over here. Clean up the German in no time, but everything is really great. So how long have you been studying voice now?
6 years.
Okay, and when has this basement come in?
Really and truly not too long ago. I mean, I
Okay.
voice got pretty early, but I didn't really settle until, I don't know, 6 years.
Recently. Okay. Start again, because there's a few things that I think in the first section by itself that we can apply for the whole thing. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll just go from there.
Okay.
With your costume, that's easy. But in leader and things like that, it's really difficult to know. And every time I go to a recital, I always think I'm going to watch for their arms and see what they do. And then I always forget because I just never notice them. So I think as long as we can just be as natural as possible, and it may also mean it's sometimes hard to tell in jackets because it gives the illusion that we're nice and upright, but maybe we're not. I wonder if this can be just a smidge more open,
okay,
and just sort of the arms are just hanging a little bit more.
Okay.
Because also when you started, I feel a little bit of just tension instead of release.
Right.
And I think that's from your arms to your throat. I think it's all sort of connected. Okay. So just, and feel free if you need to just wobble them around as you go. And then let's start again, and then I have a few other things. Okay. First word is, yeah. I get, when you say it nicely, and it's open and there's space.
Right.
The other one is a little,
right.
That wasn't supposed to be an impersonation of what you sound like. It's just I feel there's a more natural way versus an imposed way.
Right.
This is it reminds me of maybe I've listened to very serious German leader singers and this is what I heard. Versus, I think because what is the first line of text? I hate when people do this in a class and now I'm making you do it.
In tiefer Ruhe liegt mich her.
Okay, so even that in tiefen Ruhe, hit it.
In tiefer Ruhe, a little bit roll the Ruhe. If you say Ruhe, we don't get it. In T and E long, tiefer Ruhe, liegt mich her.
So I think also what we get is a clarity in vowels.
Right.
Because I would love some more vowels throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
because I mean, yeah, the consonants are obviously very important, but what really carries for us, that shows us how pretty your tone is, are the vowels.
Right.
So as much vowel as you can give would be best for me. We'll see if it sounds authentic. She's going to disagree, but.
No, I don't disagree, because you have to have the vowels for the lines. But in German, you also have to have the consonants or you don't understand it.
Right.
Which makes it one of the most difficult languages to speak.
But just as long as we have a clear idea of what the vowel is, we can, like when you said the word "een,"
Right.
versus when you sang it, it became a little different than the way you speak it. And we want it as pure to the speech as we can. So, yeah, okay. When we have a sustained note like that, do you think of anything in particular, or you're just singing?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Me too, but what I should be doing is on a word like, it's Kreis, right? Okay, so we know that vowel is this I,
Right.
so in my head, how many beats is it?
Of Christ?
Yeah.
You more or less sing an the E
okay.
is the very end.
Okay.
So, and then it becomes a ice. That's sort of what I try to think in my head. Because don't you have some knocks too, or something like that?
Yes.
Because what happened in one part is you found a really pretty spot for it,
Right.
and then slowly it got a little morphed, and then by the end it wasn't as beautiful as when you started.
Okay.
So in moments like that, instead of singing nacht, it's in your head, na, I mean, it's that constant repeating of the vowel.
Right.
Because I find if I've waited too long to think that, I'm like, God, I'm not even singing I'm singing like, you know, and so it's good to sort of check in. So on those sustained notes, try to just repeat that vowel in your head over and over again.
Okay.
Because you do it really well on the turn. What's that, an oo? Or whatever that turn is, you do so naturally and easily. And to my ears, it's because the vowel is in such a good spot.
Right.
So if we can find that more throughout the piece, I think that would be really helpful. Okay. It's sort of that feeling of like someone threw you a surprise birthday party, right? And it's that, and it's a big like, oof. And I feel sometimes like in the note where we just stopped, when that comes down, it doesn't allow you the space that you really need to make a beautiful sound there. And what was the word? What's the last word that we? Heiss. I think I could use a brighter sound or
Okay.
and so more this ice. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? Versus maybe a horse. I'm getting a little bit dark and hootier than we want on there. Okay. So whatever lands you on that note, you can decide. Okay. Choice is easy for me, yeah. That's my choice. Okay. Keep going, yeah. It's called a recital in Rochester.
Sorry.
No.
Because I'm sitting here and you're looking over the top of my head and looking at me.
He's concentrating. It's good. It's good.
What are you talking about now?
Well, I'm talking about, well, landing love.
It's different than the first part.
Yeah.
Face has to be different, body has to be different,
Right.
sound has to be different. It all comes from your head and it will.
Okay, so try that section again. Make some eye contact. Good, yeah, we're good, yeah.
There's nothing worse when you see somebody looking at, I know that when I went to school, they all thought, look at that spot right above their heads. But we all see that you're looking right above our heads.
Okay.
I start looking to see what's on there.
But something to think about is it doesn't mean that your head has to be down to look at them. It's just sort of about the eyes. Okay. Easy, right? And then you started singing again, and then it went like that. I'm only pointing it out because I do this all the time. And it's only going to get worse, I'll tell you that. But the fact that I literally saw it release and then re-engage. Yeah. I do this all the time in some arias. When there's like an interlude, if you will, then all of a sudden it's like, okay, acting, free, okay, singing. And then it becomes like a horrible game of freeze tag. So, it found a nice, slightly less rigid or formal thing, and then you went back to it. And I think all of this, you're clearly also a quick study, this is fortunate. And I think if you just did a little bit of mirror work and just looked at the arms, you would actually just see when it happens. So it's just something to think about. Okay. But keep going, it sounds good.
Ihr wurde
saw you fix it.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's annoying to think about, because all you want to do is think about the singing, but I promise it will help. So, take us to the end a little bit, because we don't have too much more time, but take us to maybe that last page or something. And let go of some air in the rest before gute. Okay. Because I feel like you take a breath, Herzliebste, gute, and then we're just a little stuck. Okay. Just let it release a little, because you have that rest to sort of reset. Okay. So maybe just that bottom system. Okay, so how about right down? Which? The very, very. Yeah.